Hey there, this is K4A, Knowledge for All educational videos channel. We are continuing with learning Scratch blocks, we are continuing with learning Scratch, and in this tutorial today we are going to learn how and when to use Scratch block, which is named length of. Okay, let's go to Scratch to see that in action. In last video we were playing with some kind of questions and answers to those questions and reactions to those answers, and this is in this video we are going to continue that and make it more practical and useful for our game in specific. Okay, so we need the length of Scratch block, which is the green block, one of the operators blocks, so go to the green blocks, and one of the last is the length of, so click and drag it to your right coding window. I'm going to use it for coding this girl's reactions, but for first of all I want to change when I start the game, the girl starts to ask me the questions right away. So that makes my character, the cat character, blocked. I cannot move. So every time I start the game, I can move for a while, and then when the question is asked, I'm paused. I cannot move. I don't want that to happen every time, and I don't want this girl to react from the start just like that. I want her to be interactive, but depending on my action, like if I click on her, for example. Yeah, so that's why I will detach all of this code which we have made, delete this when green flag clicked block, and instead find the one of the events block which says when this sprite clicked. So now on, the girl will ask me only if I click on her, which is what I want here. So I can go to the second level. Okay, she's here. We have to define that later also. She is always on the stage no matter what the level is, first, second or third, because we haven't told her yet to hide on the second and third level, but that's something else and something which we will solve easy later with the hide block. But for now on, I wanted her just not to ask me straight away, so she will ask me now when I click on her. Okay, so that's cool, that works. And the second thing I want to change here is that I want her to ask me, instead of hello, this is my name is so on, I don't want that anymore. I want her to ask me only this one. Can you help me with my let's first, we will do also some kind of mathematics simple questions, but for now on let's start with maybe English homework instead of math. Okay, she will ask the cat, can you help me with my English homework? And wait, if the answer is yes, she will say great, thank you very much. And if anything else is the answer, she will say, oh well. Let's see if that works. Can you help me with my English homework? Yes. Great, thank you very much. And now we need some kind of the question, and this is where this operator will help us. We will actually use it to make the questions. So far, okay, let me first take one of the new ask and answer here, and then I will try to explain it. So far we were only asking the question here with this ask, and we were typing the question here like blah blah blah, type here, then she will ask that on the stage. But if you look closely to this ask block, you can see that this block, ask block, has also some kind of field here, white field, which is like this answer oval block, like this length of oval block, which means I can actually ask something like this here. I can actually drag and drop some kind of oval block into it. She's now saying that. I will have to explain this one first, but I just wanted to show you that you can actually combine this ask with some kind of different blocks as we have seen before. Maybe we are going to use that here, maybe not. Let me see. Okay, let me first explain this. Sorry, I'm trying to multitask and that's not working for me here. Okay, let me first explain this new block. This new block, which says length of, as we said, that's operator block, green one. It's oval, it's round shaped, so you can add it wherever you have these oval shaped fields, and you can play to see how that works. And we will do that here probably soon, but that's where you can use it. Let's now see how you're supposed to use it and what that block does. If I click on this block to see what will happen, there is some number which pops up, and in my case now it's 5. Let's see if something will change if I click a couple of times. No, it's always the 5. If you're good with the English and numbers, you can probably see what this block does. It's actually just trying to see how many letters are in some word. So just try now to count how many letters are here. And this is very short word apple, and it has 5 letters, right? Apple. A is first, P is second, P is third, L is fourth, and E is fifth. So there are 5 letters, A, P, P, L, E. If I type banana, how many letters we have here? B is 1, A is 2, N is 3, A is 4, N is 5, A is 6, so it should be 6, right? Okay, so this is what this block does. It just counts how many letters you have in some kind of word. So where are you going to use that? You can use it, for example, if you make some kind of quiz games. These answer and question and answer blocks are used in quiz games, as we said, in interactive stories and so on. So when you make quiz games, when you make crossword games and so on, or for example some kind of dictionary, or if you want to make some kind of username password system, so this is how you would check how long is your password or username and so on. So this is not something you will use a lot, but it's just something which Scratch programmers have already made for you, so that's why we are explaining it here. I will probably never ever use it in my games, or I don't know, very rare. Okay, also instead of typing just that and I finished here, instead of typing some words, some letters, you can type some numbers. And what is the length of this number? What do you think? Well, this is how this block works. Is this block is actually looking at this number again as some kind of word, so he doesn't care what kind of numbers are there on the screen. He just cares how many of them are here. So 3 is our first number, 4 is our second number, 5 is third, 4 is fourth, 5 is fifth, and 6 is 66. 6 is sixth. So 6 numbers. Let's add more. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Okay, so you see what it does. It's not very useful for my games, but who knows, maybe you will make some kind of word games, crosswords, puzzles, quizzes, and so on. So what I want this girl to ask the cat, I will maybe ask her how many letters are in word apple. And wait. So not very smart question, but who cares? It will just work for our game so far. The girl will ask him how many letters are in word apple, and if the cat, let's try to find if the cat answers how much? 4, right? Yeah, that's cool. We can do this because we know that, no, sorry, 5. We can do this like manually typing this, and that's cool, this will work. But what is better than this? It's better if we use this length of apple. So if why? Because for example, you can see that let me see first, sorry again, I just need say if the answer is 5. Cool, thank you very much for 3 seconds. And if the answer is, sorry, if the answer is not 5, we have to, no, I will use if else. It's easier, if else. Okay, so if the answer is 5, the girl will say, cool, thank you. And in any kind of different situation, else, anything else, any else answer, the girl will say, oh, are you sure? Okay, let's try this. 3. Are you sure? 4. Are you sure? Okay, so let's try with 5. Cool, thank you very much. So you see this works, and we have used, sorry, I need to delete this one not to confuse you, and this one, and even this one. I'll just leave here length of apple, this new block. What I wanted to show you here, this kind of questions and answers, it's all cool and works great for you, but they are kind of straightforward in terms of, for example, if you want to make games for your kids to learn math or English or so on, every time you change, for example, this word, okay, she knows how many letters, your kid knows how many letters are in apple, but if I want to type some other word like banana or I don't know what, some other word, no matter what, then you will have to count those numbers manually, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and manually type this here 6. But instead of that, that's not very smart, because you can make error when you count those letters here, and you can make error when you type this number here. So instead of typing this number here every time, it's easier for me just to say if the answer is length of apple, and instead of apple type banana. And you can even make this more complex and easier for you. I will just test this. 3, and now 6. Not working, I don't know why. Yeah, it's working. Cool, thank you very much. So it works. So that's how you can make it interactive and easier for you to make the changes. I will attach this here now, and that's how these blocks works. Let me see how this game works so far for us. I'm just playing around here. Okay, what is this girl doing here? Let me click on her. Okay, can you help me with English? Yes. Great. How many letters are in word banana? We said 6 is the right answer. Cool, thank you very much. So this works so far. We have learned that this new length of block is used to measure, to count how many letters are in some word, and we will use it in our game to combine that with some kind of other questions, and I will try to explain all of those blocks, other blocks here soon as soon as possible. But let me see here what can we do else here. Okay, I will think about some kind of questions in my offline, just not to lose your or mine time here anymore. Thanks for watching. I hope this length of Apple block was really simple and easy to understand, and we will continue with explaining these other operators blocks soon. Thanks for watching, and I hope I will see you in next videos. Bye for now.